Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I'm continuing my Gene Wilder tribute. And I just got done watching Silver Streak. This is a 1976 film that was directed by Arthur Hiller. And the plot is we meet Gene Wilder, who plays George Caldwell, who's this pretty successful guy. He's actually riding the train for the very first time to go to Chicago, and everything at the beginning seems to be going almost perfectly. He meets Hilly, played by Jill Clayburgh, who attractive woman, and they hit it off pretty well. In fact, he even gets lucky until he sees that her boss was shot in the head and thrown off the roof of the train. He sees it outside the window and he goes, "Holy shit! What the hell's going on here?" Nobody really believes him, and in fact, we see her boss, who is seemingly still alive. You don't really know what to make of anything until, no, in fact, he did see what he saw. Her boss is dead, and now these people are going to try to kill him because he's onto him. And over the course of the movie, it's really Gene Wilder trying to stop these guys from doing what they're about to do. And he gets some help along the way from Richard Pryor. This movie, I love this movie. I did. I didn't know what to expect going into it. I guess in preparation for watching all of these Gene Wilder movies, I'm expecting maybe just a flat-out comedy each and every time. This movie, though, sure, it had comedic moments, especially at the very beginning, and even throughout the movie, I was laughing out loud at a few points. But it's more of an action, almost thriller in some ways, and I sure as hell wasn't expecting that. First, let's talk about Gene Wilder as George Caldwell. I really like Gene Wilder here. Again, he's an actor who, at least so far in the movies that I've watched, he's been very funny, sometimes goofy, and that's really worked for him. Here, he's just playing the straight guy, the normal guy. Again, he has some funny, natural moments, but still his character is straightforward, and he has a brief romance with Hilly, like I said, Jill Clayburgh, who you could say comes on pretty strong to him. I mean, it's only a night that they meet, and they're already hooking up and having sex. Although I do like how she sort of turns down the one guy, Ned Beatty, as Bob Sweet. She turns him down pretty hard to show that she's just not a slut and going to hook up with any guy that wants to talk to her. She does actually have attraction to Gene Wilder. I liked her. I liked her spunk. I liked how she was just willing to go for it and take charge with him. Although most women, when they are that forceful, when they do take charge like she does, 9 times out of 10 it's because they're crazy. So there's that. But the Ned Beatty character, I liked him because at first he came off Bob Sweet, like I said, and he was a little bit of a womanizer, talking about how much he does these train trips because they're so easy to hook up with women. And you sort of just thought he was going to be the side character, the character to just have some funny moments with, and that was really it. I was not expecting him to be some undercover agent who was going after this guy for years, and then what happens with him, just all of that side plot was surprising, didn't see that coming. The guy that they were going after, the main villain of the movie, is played by Patrick McGoohan, who plays Roger Devereaux, and he had sort of a soothness to his voice, very calming, almost thinking maybe he's not such a bad guy until he does a bunch of shit and we see, no, he's evil. He's very much a Bond villain, which I say that one of his henchmen is played by Richard Kiel, who plays Reese, a.k.a. Jaws. I'm just going to call him Jaws because he looked like Jaws, the character he plays in the James Bond movies, the Roger Moore James Bond movies. Big, huge, hulking guy with metal teeth. Great henchman to have in any movie. Also, for some side characters, you have Clifton James as the sheriff in one of the towns that, because Gene Wilder, he gets thrown off of this train, or has to jump off of the train for his own life, at least 3 or 4 different times, and it becomes an ongoing running joke. pretty funny. But one of those times he's trying to get back on the train and he's trying to talk to the sheriff, but the sheriff is so incompetent and so dumb, so that doesn't really work out. But when he steals his cop car, guess who happens to be in the back seat, arrested for stealing? Yes, Richard Pryor, who plays Grover. And Richard Pryor, as much as I was liking the movie, as fun as I thought it was, as thrilling as I thought it was, as much as I got some laughs throughout it, Richard Pryor brought kind of a whole new energy to the movie. Just really enjoy watching him, and his charisma brought so much life to it. And I love seeing these two pair up. Him and Gene Wilder have such nice chemistry. Since Gene Wilder becomes almost a fugitive, Richard Pryor gets the bright idea to get him a disguise. And this disguise consists of him, Gene Wilder, wearing blackface. I could not believe that this movie went there. I mean, I know it was in the 70s, and maybe around this time it wouldn't be as... because you would never get away with this today. Never. Never, never, never. But seeing Gene Wilder put shoe polish on his face, with the sunglasses and the hat and the jukebox, and he's jamming down the hallway with Richard Pryor, and it works perfectly as a disguise. That was the only moment, really, because I said Gene Wilder plays like a normal guy and a more straightforward guy. But that was the one scene, the one sequence where he did get to be goofy, he did get to be over the top, and I was really laughing at all of that stuff. I loved it. I also loved the end sequence where it becomes, like I said, like an action movie where the train is out of control. There's no conductor, and they're going past stations, and it's like a high speed. It's like that movie Unstoppable with Denzel Washington from a few years ago, where like they're trying to stop this train, and you really don't know what's going to happen. I enjoyed it. I really did. It's going to be hard for another Gene Wilder movie to beat this for me. It really is. I enjoyed it that much. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Silver Streak? Do you like it? Do you love it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!